it's time for Pause for Thought, and I say good morning to Neelam.
Good morning, Paul.
Good to see you again. It seems ages since I last saw you, but you did correct me as to when it was.
Yes, it's lovely to see you, Paul. And, sun is shining, beautiful weather. We've got a bit of heat, which is lovely, always great.
It's not good. The heat's not good in here. As you notice, we got fans going.
Yes.
Right, so what have you got for us today?
Well, I thought it will be really nice to talk about volunteering from my Hindu faith point of view. It's such an important element of so many charities, people's lives, and it will be good to just reflect on from my faith point of view, because I dedicate my life to volunteering these days, and I've been volunteering for over 30 years, which has been a very fulfilling experience for me. So from my faith point of view, Paul, volunteering simply means selfless service. Is the meaning in Hindi is Niswarth Seva. A lot of people will understand the word Seva. Seva is doing something good for others. And I think a lot of things links back to karma eventually. So Niswarth Seva, which is the selfless service, and the karma, it also means do good for humanity through Seva, volunteering, the selfless service. And I think in my experience, benefits of volunteering without expecting anything in return. That is the important element, that we do it in a very selfless way without expecting any rewards or any returns for doing the good we are doing. But the benefits are different, the self-satisfaction, etc. So the concept is very clear, and it's about do good as and when you can through various means. It can be a small element of offering or the large element of your time offering. The seva doesn't always mean money, as I have said many times, that when we're trying to do something good within whichever area of our life, it doesn't always come to money. It's about giving our time and our dedication and our commitment. So the offering of seva to support individuals, to support charities, communities, or even world at large. And I find it most satisfying experience when we give our time to do good. And I regularly speak to many volunteers, and how satisfying it is for them to give something of their time, which is most satisfying. And I think I have come across so many amazing volunteers who are so modest in what they give, the difference they make, but they are like, wow, I haven't really done much, but the impact is immense. And volunteering is something we choose to do as an individual. It's not imposed on any of us. It's a choice we make. It's about chipping away through our volunteering. It's about trying our best to make a difference in whatever we choose to do as seva, as volunteering. And in all honesty, Paul, I have found it the most rewarding element of my life. So I urge all your listeners to make some time to think about how much can they offer. It could be small beginning, an hour, a charity shop, 1 hour volunteering will mean so much to them and relieve the people who are regularly helping there. So just think about it and see what you can do to help and support in whatever way you can. It could be just picking up something, delivering something. My daughter does this project with through Age UK, where she goes and sits with an elderly and spends 1 hour just letting them talk and listen to them, because we living in a very lonely, busy society, and I think making time to listen to others is also an important, integral part of doing good seva, good volunteering. So there are many, many ways, and if there is a will, there is a way. So we will find a way to help and offer our time to do good. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Neelam. A couple of points I'd like to sort of mention on there. This country is, I don't know if this is true or not, but we are the country with the most volunteers per capita in the world. But volunteering is part of our DNA, because we are there volunteering. You go to charity shops, they've always got staff. You go to the hospital. I spoke last week to the coordinator of the hospital volunteers, and they've got volunteers for everything there, and it is something that we do. And the other point you mentioned about I don't do much, I don't know, but it's every little helps, doesn't it?
Absolutely, Paul, and you are so right. The volunteering in UK is such an amazing offer from individuals, and I do believe the volunteers are the backbone of our society. Yeah. The contribution, the dedication, the commitment volunteers bring, if one was to calculate, and I'm sure I have heard this calculation many times, where nobody can fund that volunteering. And if it wasn't for the goodness of those individuals who offer their time willingly to do good, hats off to them, Paul. And this is something to be celebrated. I mean, we have a volunteering week in UK to recognize that contribution made by individuals to betterment of any individuals or charities or our society is such an integral part of our life. But we can always do more, and this is where I'm coming from, urging to individuals who may not have thought of offering their time and sitting, perhaps wondering what could they do. So this is a great, most satisfying opportunity, and we learn so much, Paul, through volunteering. It's an unpaid position, but it's so rewarding because we learn, we interact with people, we learn so much, and it's just so well worth doing.
And for youngsters, it's something they can put on their CV, and it shows commitment and ability to do something for others.
Absolutely. As you say, rewards are enormous because they can put it on their CV, and the learning which happens through this unpaid, selfless service is enormous, because I've benefited enormously by being on different committees and things as a volunteer, and I've gained so much through that. I think I wouldn't be where I am today, who I am today, without offering my time. So this is an indirect benefit, if you like, but my, is through my, and it's not that something I set out to expect, but it has been most rewarding giving of my time to do volunteering, selfless seva. Definitely, Paul.
Thank you very much, Neelam, and we'll see you next month.
Thank you, Paul.
NLive's Community Notice Board, sponsored by